Alright, this is how I make bacon cheddar keto biscuits. That's 1.5 cups of almond flour. I got some baking powder. You don't need much of this. You should probably measure it. I don't. So I throw that in there. What else do I throw in there? I've got some onion powder. I do maybe 1/8 to 1/4 of the onion powder. Teaspoon, that is. 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Here's that little bit of garlic powder I throw in there. Doesn't take much. I also throw in a tiny amount of Italian seasoning. And so these big chunky crisps, I always, you want to break that up. Break up that other one. Actually, I'll just take that one out. I'll save that for next time. Anyways, it's always good to combine dry ingredients first, so I'll turn that on and mix it up a little bit. That's an interesting noise. Oh, this guy. Here we go, this is what's going on. Let's put this back down. This guy is popping out farther than he should be, I think. Oh, maybe not. He looks balanced, but he was definitely making noise. Anyways, maybe you know what that noise was. I don't. It's not the way it usually sounds. Then I will actually measure some sea salt and throw it in here. Let's see. Teaspoon. Yeah, so I will use about a teaspoon, maybe not more than a teaspoon, but less than one. Because everybody seems to complain that they don't love salt as much as I do, I guess. And yeah, buddy, I'm making, yeah, buddy, I'm making these for you. Making these cheddar biscuits for you, buddy. Mix this up again. Yeah, daddy and little buddy, we're the ones that like the cheddar biscuits the most, aren't we? Yeah, we know, Evelyn, you don't want some. Alright. So, I actually took a break and waited for this butter to become room temperature to finish this recipe here. That is about 4 tablespoons of butter. And typically when you make a recipe for the best results, you want to make sure that you have combined all the dry ingredients and then combined all the wet ingredients so that it's like more thoroughly homogeneous mixture, if you know what I mean. So combine all dry ingredients first, combine all wet ingredients second, and then combine all those together. So I used 2 eggs. The original recipe, I believe, called for 4 eggs. But when I was making them that way, they were ridiculously moist in a bad way. And I didn't like them. I mean, I still ate them. They were alright. They weren't horrible. But I like this much better. It also means there's less protein in there. If you don't have butter, or you don't want to use butter, you could try substituting the same amount of coconut oil. In some cases that ends up making it really a whole lot better. I did make this with coconut oil one time and it was pretty good, but I still prefer butter. Let's whip it up. And gotta shred some cheddar cheese. Okay, it should be about a cup of cheddar. More, in my opinion, never hurts. And it's great because you can usually see the cheddar after you're done. Let's go ahead and intermingle this stuff a little bit better. Get it off the sides. Smell that garlic. Oh yeah. I don't know, I guess the recipes online call this like cheddar buttery biscuits from Red Lobster or something, but man, I never really ate at Red Lobster. I'm not a Red Lobster kind of guy. I don't generally go out for seafood, especially not here in landlocked Colorado. I don't know why people would. Alright, so that looks good to me. So, these are biscuits, I get it. Most people will cook these on a cookie tray, but I think they turn out so much better if you put them in a muffin pan. And the same goes for cookies and pretty much anything you want to turn out more moist, more delicious. And especially almond flour seems to work better no matter what it is if you bake it in a muffin pan. So if you're making almond flour, coconut flour, I highly suggest you just use a baking pan because most likely it will turn out so much better. And another little secret is I put bacon grease in these to line them as bacon grease liners.
What are you making?
Bacon cheddar biscuits.
For Luki and you?
For Luki and me.
Okay.
And
Dad.
I've seen people kind of use this for like making of
Dad.
corn dogs.
Dad.
But you could also do this for some bacon cheddar biscuits.
Daddy.
What, sweetheart? I'll just do a couple of those.
Daddy.
Anyways, I bake it at 425 for about 15 minutes. Keep an eye on them. Baby.
What are those?
And there we go. So as soon as they come out of the oven, always flip them out of the pan. It's going to be easier to get them out. Throw them on a cooling rack for best results. Cut them down the middle, add butter, add an egg, add ham, add cheese, more cheese. Do whatever. It's going to be great. They can make great little sandwich sliders anyhow you want to slice them. But what I said earlier, I don't know if you guys caught that, was in general you could also stuff a pre-cooked hot dog in the center. Like I put the bacon on the top. You could put a pre-cooked hot dog in the center, and that would kind of be like a corn dog kind of deal for whoever.